Alright, guys. So, first thing first, let's go ahead and talk about Lynn Bowden. It's no surprise, did announce he's going to the NFL draft. I mean, I'm not shocked. When I seen that he was a, I can't think of the word I'm looking for. When he represented us down in media days, I looked at my mom and I said, you know, he's gone this year. I already kind of figured it, but I kind of thought that was the topping on the cake. I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and just say it. Thank you, Lynn. It's been a great 3 years. You had some growing pains, but you know, Big Blue Nation appreciate you a lot. It's fun watching you. It's kind of fun getting behind another player like Randall Cobb. I don't like doing that comparison, but you know, Randall Cobb did his thing. Lynn Bowden's, you know, they're two different people, but a lot of similarities. But you know, just thanks, Lynn. Thank you, Lynn. I heard the signing tour went really well. He's been pretty interactive with the fans. Pretty much, he signed a lot. Most of people's autographs that are in line. I mean, you got to realize he's what, 22, something like that now. 21. And he's got some of these are kind of tight. So as some of these stops, he's not able to continue to go with everybody. But thanks again, Lynn. I don't know. I really didn't. I didn't like the way they used him at quarterback. I like the idea. But I mean, I opened up to it, and we were kind of dire need. So I mean, let's just hope Lynn Bowden. I'm a Steelers fan. I like to see him join Benny Snell up there in Pittsburgh. But anywhere he goes, I'll follow him just like I did Josh Allen this year, Mike Edwards, Chris Westry, Benny Snell, of course, because I'm a Steelers fan. But you know, I still follow the Cats wherever they are. I hate Dallas, but I like watching Randall Cobb still, and I support him. I hated Zarius Smith. You know, he played for Baltimore, but I still rooted for him. Now he's in Green Bay, but it's alright. I love watching our Cats in the NFL. I mean, a lot of you guys, if you kind of kept up with this channel, I don't know, most of my problems are more Eddie Grant problems, offensive coordinator. But, you know, every time I want to look back at something, you know, look back on the season, look back at the game, he's done a good job. I get upset, but he's not doing a bad job. I mean, we were, what, 2-3 when Lynn Bowden took over, I think. He ended up going 6-2 with a loss to Tennessee and Georgia. And really, we could have won that Georgia game. I don't know. I was at that game, and I don't know, guys. Tennessee game, I was out here on the road. I wanted to be home and go to it. But it was, you know, Eddie Grant, I like our coaching staff. You know, of course, we lost Dean Hood to Murray State. Walker Wood, apparently, is transferring. I hate to see him go, but this is business, man. I kind of see it. And actually, I'm still waiting to hear from Chance Poore. I'm kind of surprised I haven't seen no transfer or nothing from him. Yeah, that's kind of a bad situation. I don't think Matt Ruffalo is no better. I want to see Chance more. Give him the chance. I don't know, no puns intended. But I mean, I like Chance Poore. He's a 4-star kicker for a reason. He was '1 punter and kicker. He won 2019, so 2018 class. He's a good player. I hope the guy stays. I wish him well no matter what. But there's a lot of back story to it. and I'm just not going to get into it. Let's go ahead and talk about this Belk Bow. When I turned it on, I was driving out here on the road. I actually planned on going to the game, but to make other things happen, I couldn't be there. I went home for Christmas, so I meant to do a video there, but I didn't. But Belk Bow, I turned the game on, and I had seen a little bit of the, heard a little bit about the Virginia Tech and Kentucky going at it. I was trying to make my money, so I didn't like watch the videos and all that stuff until after the Belk Bow. But I didn't like the Lynn Bowden through the punch. Kind of made, kind of brought out his old side. He's talking about how he's growing up and stuff. I was actually really afraid that he was going to get ejected. I'm glad he didn't. Still, it was a bad. I respect him because he stood in front of the team after the game and apologized to him, and he even apologized to Big Blue Nation out, in public at the post-game press conference. But it was a dumb decision. He knows it. But in case you don't know, I'm 2 months behind. He didn't get thrown out because it was an hour before the game. If it had been, I think it was at 11 o'clock. What was it, noon kickoff? 1 o'clock tip? It was 1 o'clock. So it was 12 o'clock. At 12 o'clock, the referees took over the game. Well, because it happened before 12 o'clock, they couldn't throw him out. They didn't have control. But also, they got into, I've now seen the story, and it was Lynn Bowden, Josh Ali, and I don't remember the other guy's name. But three of them were kind of behind the pack. The rest of the team walking up to do the NASCAR experience, and the whole Virginia Tech team surrounded them and just running their mouths pretty much, trash talking, and it didn't stop there. They did a lot of talking, throughout the other parts of the bow process. I heard a couple things happened at the Belk store, and then of course pregame, kind of what got Lynn Bowden's emotions a little higher was his girlfriend's car was broke into, and they stole his son's clothes, all of his Belk stuff, and a bunch of her stuff. I know that, and he was already packed and ready to go for his workouts and start training for the NFL, as he had already declared. So I get it. I'm a hot-headed person. He's a hot-headed person. But let's just go ahead and talk about the game now. I thought it was a pretty good called game by Eddie Gran. I think the defense, they look good. I actually thought we were going to manhandle Virginia Tech a little better. So I was a little disappointed about that. But I love the fight from our team. For them to come out and want to come back. They had that will to fight. As we were down, we made the comeback, and we were 15 seconds left. Lynn Bowden, caps off his UK career with a touchdown pass. I thought that was very, real nice, special, but so I just kind of put the cherry on top of Lynn Bowden, Josh Ali. It was nice watching the post game and see how the team celebrated. I want to talk a little bit about basketball, but this video is going long. So of course, Kentucky got the win. Lynn Bowden got up on the podium, and I agree with him. Quit disrespecting us, because all Kentucky football's been doing the past 3 years is just keeps coming back and shutting some people up. We ain't beat the Georgias yet. We beat Tennessee once, we beat Florida once. South Carolina, Mississippi State, Mississippi State is just one of those teams, man. We just go back and forth with them. We win at home, they win at home. We win at home, they win at home. They got not Lane Kiffin. That's Arkansas. But they now got what's that boy's name from Washington State? Mike Leach, ex-Kentucky coach. I was just drawing a blank. Sorry, guys. So I mean, I think Kentucky's poised for another big season. Kind of glancing at the schedule. I see no problems with a bowl because we're getting Terry back. We got AJ Rose back. Was it AJ? Or is he transferring? I think AJ's back. Anyways, I can't want to say I think I heard you transferred. So I'm just gonna drop that part. I'm a little off on it. But either way, we got Kavase Smoke, Chris Rodriguez, Tisdale, and I mean we just keep rebuilding. Kentucky's had a great recruiting class, And Lynn Bowden said, come hear about it, or come see about it. I gotta get me one of those shirts. But I guess kind of an early prediction without kind of looking into how everybody else is going to do. I think, kind of looking at Georgia, they lost, some players this year, and they took a draft, a couple to the transfer portal, but I don't think they're going to be on top SEC East next year. I truly believe your three teams for the East are the Florida, Tennessee, and Kentucky. That's just kind of what I feel. Kentucky's been a top three team in the East for the past 4 or 5 years now. There is a rider out there that has Kentucky picked to win the SEC East. I'm not going to go that far yet. We got some key players coming back. Quentin Bohanna will be back. I'm drawing a blank now. The guy that missed all year. He ended up getting his 6th year of eligibility. Landon Young will be back for his senior year. Well, technically he should have been a senior this year, but his injury. So, but I mean, we got a ton returning. Plus that secondary. If you remember my preseason, I said Kentucky's secondary was going to be our downfall. And it actually wasn't. They actually played really good football. They were young, so we get all of them back. Plus, Devontae Robinson's going to be back. And our receiving core, we didn't have bad. I mean, we lose Wagner. So we lose Ahmad Wagner, but we got Josh Ali's, and we got everybody coming back. We lose Drake Jackson, Cash Daniels. I'm not 100% sure who all we lose, but those are just some of the big names. And we got to remember, we got Brandon Bates, Keaton Upshaw, tight ends. These guys were big recruits. I like Terry. I liked what I saw of him. I think if Terry was healthy, we were looking at that 10-2, 9-3. We'll end up going 9-4, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'm pretty sure 9-4. But it is. We trashed Louisville in football. So I think Kentucky's poised to have an 8-4, 9-3 season. I'm going to look a little more into it. We go down to Knoxville next year. I think that's probably going to be a loss. We got to go to Gainesville. That probably is going to end up being a loss. There's 2 of them. Georgia's got to come up to us. I actually think we get them this year. I'm not 100%. Well, I just got to see it a little more. But I think this is the year we beat Georgia. And then we play Auburn at Auburn. That could be a tough game. Auburn's just one of those teams that kind of like us. They win some they should win. They lose some they shouldn't. But anyways, guys, I'm going to get off here. I'll do a quick rundown real quick. Basketball season-wise, I haven't talked about the Kentucky-Louisville game. That was a pretty good game. I'm actually very impressed with the Kentucky basketball this year. We lost some games we shouldn't have. Utah, Ohio State's good. But, you know, Evansville, South Carolina's beat some teams, though, too. But then we lost at Auburn. That game was kind of roughy, if you know what I mean. Of course, we're all coming right off a big win over Tennessee. So, but anyways, guys, you got Kentucky Vandy Tuesday night. I'm at Vandy. Vandy just beat LSU last Tuesday down there. You know, you got Kentucky at 8-2, LSU at 8-2, and Auburn at 8-2. Auburn has a tiebreak right now over Kentucky and LSU. I think Kentucky's got a Final Four team. Really, we got a national championship team. Potential. Let's go ahead. I'll go ahead and say big surprise this year in Kentucky basketball right now is Nick Richards. I think everybody has lately. E.J. Montgomery's been really good. Khalil Whitney, of course, transferred out. I didn't like the way he did that. Middle of the season, he could have waited, finish this semester up, because he done left campus. He could have finished this semester up and then, transferred, during the off season. He did some good things on the court, but I don't know. Keon Brooks has stepped up recently. Johnny Juzang. I know I probably just murdered his name, but he's good. It took him a little bit to kind of get going, but I like him. Keon Brooks has been, stepping up a little bit. I like Nate Cicina beginning of the year. I'm not that impressed with him anymore. But anyways, guys, this video's 17.5 minutes long. I apologize. But, of course, you add the intro, so I'm probably over 18 minutes already. I'm sorry for the long video. I've been away for a while. I probably should really broke this down, but anyways, go Cats. Beat Vandy, and see y'all next time. Peace.